The only thing worse than physical illness is being discouraged from wanting to continue to live life. This reminds me of a quote that I got from It's a Wonderful Life, which I'd watched for the first time ever over the Christmas break, which I know it's a great classic film and I'd never seen it, but now I've seen it, so you can, stop screaming at me. And basically, it's a quote where towards the beginning of the film, they're asking about the main character. Is he sick? And there's a reply of no, worse, he's discouraged. And it really makes me think of mental illness versus physical illness, and how for years I used to think physical illness was the worst thing, but then mental illness is truly the thing that wants, like, stops you from living life and stops you from striving towards a goal, stops you from wanting to go outside and meet people and see the world and maybe, read a book or exercise or do things in life and interact with your life. It's truly the thing that kind of breaks you down the most. And being discouraged, obviously, this is a very small, subtle way of, being depressed or being anxious or not, wanting to interact with your life in any kind of way, or your friendships or your relationships. But being discouraged is kind of the beginning of it. And I think we've all had moments where we've been discouraged and we think we're aimless and we think, what are we doing here? Like, what am I doing in this job or in this relationship? But it always, that quote really stuck with me, because being discouraged is truly worse than being physically ill. And I'm saying that as someone who's physically healthy. So yes, there's a level of privilege and I can just make statements like that. But being mentally down, where you are physically fine, your blood tests are fine, you haven't broken a bone, but being mentally down where you don't want to continue interacting with your life, where you don't want to go out with your friend for coffee, where you don't want to go to work, where you don't want to read that book that you were excited to read before, where you don't want to go and see that film because you think it'll be interesting, where you don't want to try that bite of food that you previously loved. That is what sucks the soul out of life and the joy out of life. So I think it's something that we shouldn't take so lightly, and especially during the winter months where people are more down, people are more depressed. Seasonal affective disorder is a big thing. We have to remember that and how vital it is to protect our mental health, and being discouraged is not just a small thing.